this, have you ever been in a season in your life where you may have dated, or maybe you are currently dating someone, and you find yourself seem like you have dated that person before? And that's possibly because you have, not more so in a physical form, because these are obviously two different men, but they may have the same personality, the same attributes. Something about them make them similar, make you reminisce and make you think, hey, he reminds me of the man that I used to date. And that's possibly because because you are what you attract. It's not necessarily the man, it's you and your mindset. And believe it or not, you are what you attract. So if you are unhealed and you decide to go out into the dating pool, guess what? Unhealed men are going to be attracted to you. Same with if you are healed and you go out into the dating field, healthy men will be attracted to you. But also you may have unhealthy men attracted to you, but you will be able to discern better because your mindset is in a healthy sense. You done the healing and you able to discern, if this man is healthy and this man is unhealthy. And time again, and this used to be me, I used to wonder, like, this man is different, in a physical form, two different people. But as the dating months, or we progress in our talking era, it seemed like this man was just like the previous man I was talking to. Yeah, that's because when I was dating, I was attracting what I was at that particular time. And during a season in my life, I was honestly dating when I was unhealed. I did not actively do the work on myself, within myself. I thought that I was ready, because one thing about it, speaking just solely for me, I was afraid of being alone. I was afraid of sitting with myself. I was afraid of sitting with my own thoughts. Okay. And for me, being afraid to be with myself, being afraid of sitting with my own thoughts, it caused me to open up an app, and it caused me to go out and date who I was at the time. And guess what? I was attracting who I was at the time. And that was men that was unhealthy. That was men that only wanted to come and use me. Men that did not long term have what I I desire deep down inside. Now, in my unhealed era, I never really allowed a lot of men to know, the men that I did talk to, know that I desired marriage, or, because I didn't want to run them away. That was the unhealed version of me. I didn't want to tell them what I deeply desired at that time. And again, I attracted what I was, and I was just like, why am I attracting all these men that just want to use me? They want something from me. I was a benefit some way or another, and I was ultimately not fulfilled. I was never fulfilled. And so I sat with the Lord, and the Lord revealed to me, he said, that's because you have not sat with me. You have not done the work with me. You did not let me come in and heal you, but until you let me come in and heal you, and you actively participate in the healing process by withdrawing and taking yourself away from the scene and being comfortable enough to sit with yourself, you will continue to attract those same type of men, and you will not receive the man ultimately that I have for you. And that was that was hard for me to do at first, and it wasn't an overnight thing. It took practice, and it took my participation. It took for me, excuse me, y'all. It took for me trusting in the word of God. It took for me trusting in God that, his desires are great for me, that he do desire something great for me, many things that's great for me. But it also took my participation and having to withdraw and understand that I was working and I was dating outside of an unhealed mindset. So if you ever find yourself in a season where you may be dating, or maybe you pulled yourself away and you may be questioning, like, why it seems like I'm attracting the same people, the same unhealthy men, the same narcissist type men that don't want nothing from me, want to use me, want to seek me for their own benefit, whatever it is, and it's not good. Sit with yourself and ask yourself, am I dating out the healed version of me? Or can I really benefit from a season of being alone with the Lord and actively doing the work within me and on me? Yes, it's going to be hard, but I know ultimately that it's for my good. And now, and after that season is up and the Lord releases me, and I know that I'm in a better state, in a better mindset to date, I'll be able to attract the men, you know, healthy men, and I'll be able to discern. And then I'll have my pick of the litter, because as long as you dating in that unhealed era of you, that unhealed version of you, your litter of men, that pool of men, is going to be very limited, and it's going to be very toxic for you, because they're going to be drawn to that unhealedness and that brokenness up in you. But a lot of men know that, but they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you, hey, I see brokenness up in you. Hey, you're vulnerable. Oh, hey, you working from a weak mindset, because it benefits them. Why would they tell you, hey, you need to take off for a season, you need to sit with yourself for a season? A healthy man might tell you that, but a lot of times, a lot of men won't tell you that, especially when they're unhealthy, because they see a benefit from you, okay? So a lot of times when you find yourself in that scenario, sit with yourself and realize that you may be attracting what you are. That does not make you a bad woman. It don't make you a bad woman at all, but that goes to show you that maybe you need to take self-inventory. Maybe you need to sit with yourself and to sit alone with you and the Lord, and let the Lord do some things within you and in, you know, and on you, so you can attract the men that God has for you. Okay, sis? So I hope this message blesses y'all and keep y'all. And again, just continue to do the work and become the woman that God originally ordained you to be.